referee's done him a huge favour here. Those few seconds from Lawrence Cole could make a difference.
At 35, can you come back from that? Do you have the depths of stamina to deal with a punch like that? That was a beauty. Took everything away from him.
And a right hand gets him as well. And Morales is hanging on against the ropes and struggling. And that's changed everything. A big knockdown. And Morales on instinct here, trying to get himself back into this. But Garcia knows he can hurt him. And Morales, because he's been wobbled, has had to back off.
I think his head's clear. I don't know that his legs are strong, so there'll be not a great deal in the punches. So Garcia can afford to take chances and pour the punches on here. One more knockdown would put him in the lead on my card. This is leveling things up. A 10-8 round, which levels it on my card.
And what a catastrophic round for Erik Morales. But what about Danny Garcia? He's put himself right back into it. Morales was pouring it on, and the counter-puncher caught him with a beauty. But
it landed bang on the point of the chin. And at 35, tough career behind you. Do you have the ambition, the drive, and the reserves of stamina to get the body back again? So here it comes, bang! Bang on the point of the chin. Just took the legs completely away from him. With more experience, Garcia maybe could have finished the job there, because look at the impact. The way it landed bang on the chin, right on the sweet spot, and you saw the legs collapse under Erik Morales. Beautiful punch.
And the reaction in the Garcia camp. Well, it's been a seesaw one, hasn't it? It really has. Erik Morales starting comfortably. Danny Garcia looking to take the middle rounds. Morales, we thought, had grabbed the initiative back, and then that big left hand from Danny Garcia has leveled it all up on Jim's card, and it could be all to play for in this last round.
Well, I wonder how the judges are seeing this, and will Garcia maybe regret the fact that allowed Morales to come forward for so much of this fight, when maybe he should have been doing a little more pushing. I have it dead level, as you just said, so all hinges on the last round here.
Just a few moments ago, Garcia landed another one of those swinging left hands, and Morales did not like it one bit. He's still feeling the effects of the last one.
Well, I mean, Garcia really should be going for a big round here. Everything he has. This is for a world championship. Morales has already lost it. So really, Garcia should be going for this, but he's posing and showboating a little bit, although Morales doing virtually nothing.
Yeah, Morales is in real trouble. I don't think there's much left in the tank at all. And that knockdown, I mean, he's done incredibly well just to survive it.
But really, Garcia should be going for everything here. The balance is not there with Morales, so the power won't be there. You can afford to take some chances, pour it out for the next minute and a half.
And you don't want to risk it going to the cards, because it is close.
If he can score another knockdown, it would be massive towards getting the verdict here. A lot of close rounds. Morales coming forward in a lot of those rounds, with those combinations. So the judges really could be seeing this how they like. It's close.
Exactly, and one of these guys is a legend, and you wonder how much that plays to the subconscious of the judges as well. Mark Green from Romford, one of the 3 scoring judges at ringside. Those are from Puerto Rico and the United States. It could come down to them. In fact, it's going to come down to them, isn't it? Barring something absolutely unbelievable. And has Danny Garcia done enough in this last round to really put the exclamation point on this finish?
I think he's nicked around, but I'm surprised he didn't come out blazing. I mean, was there some missing in his temperament? Why did he not come out blazing? He knocked the fight out of Morales. Terrific knockdown punch.
And Morales is boxing on instinct here and on very unsteady legs, and If Morales can get to this bell, which it looks like he's going to, he may have a chance. And if Danny Garcia doesn't get this, he's going to look back at this last round and say, why didn't I go for broke? Terrific scrap, real good battle. Which way is it going to go? I don't think either of these two fellas feels any great confidence.
Well, I have Garcia with the 3 points he scored in the last couple of rounds, just turning it in his favour. But a lot of close rounds, a lot of the early rounds where Morales really looked good with the three-punch combination that catches the judge's eye. I feel Danny Garcia has done enough to nick this, but I could not argue however this one goes. There you see it happen, but 1 point thanks to the knockdown, and then Morales doing virtually nothing in the last round. But I'm surprised Garcia did not throw everything at Erik Morales in the last round. Why did he hold back and box?
And could it cost him? So a rueful look there to Erik Morales from Oscar De La Hoya, as if to say, yeah, your time's up, but it's close. And if this has slipped away, you're going to have to look back at that 12th round in particular and say, well, yeah, why didn't he step it up? It was the same in the 10th round as well. Morales was chugging along. And it's going to go to the three judges, Samuel Cond of Puerto Rico, Oren Schellenberger of the United States, and our own Mark Green, to see how they scored it.
Well, Erik Morales has been involved in some controversial decisions throughout his career. I mean, this won't be controversial because it's close, so whatever way the judges want to see it. But terrific fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Oren Schellenberger scores at 117 to 110. Mark Green, 116, 112. Samuel Conde, 118 to 109. All three scorecards go to the winner by unanimous decision. And new WBC
He's got it.
Super Lightweight Champion of the World.
But those scorecards are pretty wide, to say the least.
We didn't appreciate anything that Erik Morales did all night long. I do not. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the right man got it, but in my book, that was a close fight. Nobody dominated at any point in that fight. That was a terrific fight, but the right man's got it, so fair enough.
It was swinging one way, then the other, but the bottom line is Danny Garcia has beaten one of the legends of the game, and at 24 is crowned world champion, WBC light welterweight champion, and I think it's just hitting him what's happened. Erik Morales will go out with his head held high, of course, but we've seen a changing of the guard tonight. Danny Garcia may have ended Erik Morales' career.
Well, Garcia, the man, new WBC light welterweight champion. Is that the way you saw it, Johnny?
I had it a bit closer. I had Garcia winning, but not by that margin. I had him by 1 round. I had it a lot closer.
Was it the last couple of rounds that were the crucial ones?
Well, I mean, if you look at the scorecards of the judges, no, even the last 3 rounds didn't affect it. I mean, I couldn't have saw it that way. I had it very close indeed, and I like Morales' work for most of it. Garcia was just running for the first part of the fight, but certainly won the last 2 or 3 rounds, or two rounds.
I think it was at this point here where Garcia really believed he could do it. Earlier on in the fight, he caught him with a good shot, and he had a wry smile on his face to say, "Aye, I've got him here." But this was what he'll be kicking himself, because he'll think, "Why didn't I do this earlier?" You know, he had the power to do it. He just had to have the self-belief and confidence to follow through with it.
We did say before, you know, eventually a champion's stamina level does go. We were worried about the 10 stone too, and I think we saw Morales tonight that wasn't quite the dedicated Morales we've seen over the last few years.
His age showed, because once he got hit with that shot, if you're a young guy, you can recover pretty quickly.
Even 2 years ago.
He couldn't recover.
Maidana couldn't do that to him, and Maidana's a much bigger puncher than Garcia.
Yeah, it looks like the Maidana fight could have been Morales' last big hurrah. You know, based on what we've just seen. You know, he was in the fight. He was in the fight all the way through until the last 2 rounds, and then he never really recovered from that left hook in round 11. But there was something missing tonight. There was always a feeling that the old Morales could have gone up through the gears, but it just wasn't there tonight. It couldn't click, and Garcia was counter-punching. You had a feeling that he could have been overwhelmed with volume if Morales chose to fight that way, but he didn't. And you know, I thought Garcia was a worthy winner.
With that in mind, should Morales hang up the gloves.
Yeah, because look, it's great. It's a great story, a great kind of comeback of an old hero. But you know what? He doesn't want to end up just being a punch bag. He doesn't want to end up just being a stepping stone for the young ones coming through. We want to know him as an exciting fighter. He can't do any better than that. You know, and that's how it is. He's 35 years old. We love him for his pace, his aggression, but time catches up on him. He stops from
Garcia, you know, he's a good fighter, but you saw in that fight when Morales chose to step it up, when he threw the combinations and really pressed forward, Garcia couldn't stay with him, but he just couldn't do it.
Morales couldn't keep doing that.
Couldn't sustain it.
I think, you know, Morales, as Johnny says, 35 years old. He's got another $1 million in the bank for that fight. First ballot Hall of Famer without question. And you know, you could question his desire going into the fight. You know, when he was saying he wasn't phased, whether he had the championship belt or not. You know, what was he still fighting for at this age? You know, I don't see any real reason for him to continue.
Does it take away from the legacy?
No, because we had cameos of what made him such a popular man. He just needs to be serious, be strong mentally, and say, that's it, I'm done.
You can never forget the great fights we talked earlier on. You know, they're terrific and they're in history.
Johnny, Nicky, Tris, thanks ever so much for your company. More boxing coming your way. Don't miss the Sugar Ray Leonard special. Ringside, Thursday, 6 p.m, Sky Sports 1 HD. Our next live action comes from Blackpool. Brian the Lion Rose defends his British light middleweight title against Max Maxwell. That's next Saturday from 8 p.m. on Sky Sports 1 HD. That's all we've got time for after what's been a thrilling night of boxing. See ya.